Hey guys, Jedediah here. Today we're going to list, explain, and give examples of different kinds of malware. The list that I have or about to give you is the 9 most common types of malware known currently. The list starts with viruses, worms, spyware, Trojan horses, logic bombs, ransomware, backdoors, rootkits, and keyloggers. Now, to give a short explanation about the different kinds of malware. Viruses. Viruses are executable code attached to another file. Opening the file triggers the virus that can range from being harmless to deleting files. Though the attached file can be, an example is like an email. When you open the email, the virus is installed on the computer. Worms. Unlike a virus, a worm can run without a host file. One active worm rapidly replicates, spreading from file to file and computer to computer, spreading over and slowing down your network. Spyware. Spyware steals private information for a third party, sending that information to the hacker. Trojan horse. Trojan horse carries out malicious operations disguised as a desirable operation like playing a game. The difference of Trojan horses and viruses is because a Trojan horse is bound to non-executable files like an image or an audio file. Logic bombs. Logic bombs are malicious programs that lay dormant in a computer until the trigger activates it. Recently, cybersecurity personnel have found logic bombs that attack the hardware in a computer, overriding the fans, the hard drive, and even the power supply until failure. Ransomware. Ransomware grasps a computer and or its data, encrypting it. Once the hacker is paid, the victim can resume their normal use of the system. Backdoor. A backdoor bypasses usual systems to gain access to the computer, allowing the criminals future access, even if the original vulnerability is fixed. A rootkit. Rootkit is what modifies the operating system to create the backdoor that I described previously. And the keylogger is exactly what it sounds like. It records every keystroke, sending passwords and sensitive information to the hacker. Now, a couple of examples. Example of ransomware, because it's brand new, or the newest in the list of these malicious computer programs, released in 2013 was CryptoLocker. Spreading through email and attachments encrypted the user's files so they could not access them. In 2013, this CryptoLocker came about. In June 2014, Operation Tovar took down the leader of the gang of hackers behind CryptoLocker. The cost of this malware was with approximately 500,000 victims. CryptoLocker made upwards of $30 million in 100 days. The I Love You program is an example of a worm. I Love You, well, in 2000, malware was a bit of a myth, but I Love You was brand new. I Love You overwrote system files and personal files and spread itself over and over again. I Love You hit headlines around the world, and still people clicked on the text, maybe to test if it really was bad. Suppose you're poking the bear with a stick. I Love You was so effective that it actually held a Guinness World Record as the most virulent virus of all time. The cost of this malware was approximately $15 billion. And my final example is called Stuxnet. Stuxnet is easily the scariest virus in the list of examples that you can find on the internet. It was built by government engineers in the United States with the intention of obstructing nukes from being built in Iran. Stuxnet spread by a USB thumb drive and targeted software controlling the facilities in Iran that held uranium. The virus was so effective it caused the centrifuges to self-destruct, setting Iran's nuclear development back and costing a lot of money. It damaged or ruined approximately 1,000 centrifuges in Iran. Stuxnet is the first real venture into cybersecurity for the United States. The cost of the malware is unknown, but it did set back Iran's nuclear power or nuclear weaponizing back several years. Thank you for joining me tonight. Have a good day.